वरदाचार्यं शुद्धसत्त्वगुरुत्तमं श्रीनिधिं राघवं वन्दे ह्यपारकरुणाकरं निधाय वेत्रमञ्जसा स्वमौलिवेष्टनावृते प्रबोधमुद्रिकां वहन् प्रमोदपूरितान्तरः सतोत्रसूत्रसत्करः परो जगाद यत्पुरा यतीन्द्रभाष्यमण्डितं तदत्र भाति शोभनं. Namaskaram to all. Now we all embark on a virtual journey to the epic battlefield of Kurukshetra, where 7 Akshogini Pandava armies assembled on one side, 11 Akshogini Kaurava army on the other side. In the middle of the battlefield, Arjuna breaking down in his chariot. Lord Krishna has now instructed Arjuna 12 chapters of Bhagavad Gita so far. The first 6 chapters covering Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, which ultimately take you to the destination of self-realization. 7 to 12, the next 6 chapters focusing on Bhakti Yoga, which emerges following Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. Out of that Bhakti Yoga, you can attain liberation from all your karma and attain moksham, vaikuntham, and attain eternal service to Bhagavan. With these 12 chapters, Gita-upadesham actually comes to an end. But now Arjuna, he has got some questions. Just like you all ask Q&A at the end of each session of Upanyasam. Now Arjuna says, "Oh Krishna, I have got some questions related to what all you have taught so far. Can I ask all those questions?" "Yes," says Krishna. Now the final 6 chapters, 13th chapter to 18th chapter, deal with a Q&A session between Arjuna and Lord Krishna. Now we proceed to the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What is the popular name for the 13th chapter? Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. That's what they say. The appropriate name given by our acharyas is Vishuddha Kshetrajna Vijnanam. Almost the same meaning. Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga, Vishuddha Kshetrajna Vijnanam. The ultimate meaning, the essence of this chapter is analysis of the nature of pure soul. We are going to analyze what is body, what is soul. Now Arjuna asks a question to Lord Krishna. Please remember, this is a Q&A session. Now Arjuna asks a question to Lord Krishna. "Krishna, I have been listening to all the 12 chapters which you have been instructing me so far. You are speaking about body, you are speaking about soul. Body, soul, body, soul. Please tell me, what is body, what is soul?" He is asking this question only now. Because one Upanyasaka, he went to the home of a person. That person requested him to do Upanyasam on Ramayana for 48 days. This Upanyasaka did 48 days of Ramayana. On the concluding day, the person requested the Upanyasaka, "Sir, I have got one doubt. Can you please clarify in today's Upanyasam?" "Sure, I will do." He asked, "The only doubt is, you are telling Rakshasa, Rakshasa, Rakshasa. You are also speaking about Rama and Ravana. I want to know whether Rama is Rakshasa or Ravana is Rakshasa." The Upanyasaka said, "I have been speaking to you about Ramayana for 47 days. The final day, 48th day, you are asking, is Rama a Rakshasa, Ravana a Rakshasa?" He said, "Rama is also not Rakshasa. Ravana is also not Rakshasa. Myself, who taught Ramayana to you, is the greatest Rakshasa." Now Arjuna asks the question, what is body, what is soul in the 13th chapter? But Krishna is very, very kind enough and compassionate. We should not take that, "Oh, Arjuna is so ignorant." Please, you don't view from that perspective. See the compassion of Lord Krishna. "No problem, Arjuna. I will teach you what is body, what is soul." That is the 13th chapter. That's why they call Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. Kshetra is body, Kshetrajna is soul. What is body, what is soul? Now Krishna is going to explain. Our acharyas call this adhyaya more appropriately as Vishuddha Kshetrajna Vijnanam. The first verse, Krishna starts, "Idam shariram kauteya kshetram ityabhidhiyate etat yoveti tam praguhu kshetrajna iti tatvidaha." Great jnanis, self-realized souls, they can differentiate between body and soul. Those great realized souls call this body as a field, kshetra. This body is a field, kshetra. They call this body as kshetra. The person who is able to know this body, who is able to recognize this body as mine, is called soul or kshetrajna. The field body is called kshetra body. The person who recognizes the field as his body is called Kshetranya. He says, this is mine. Now note one point. If I say, this is my pen, I am different from that pen. If I say, this is my water bottle, I am different from that water bottle. If I say, this is my body, I am different from this body. So body is different, soul is different, body is a field, soul is the person who recognizes the body, who knows the body and says, this is my body. So field is body. The person who recognizes it is called soul. Now Krishna adds one more thing. Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. O Arjuna, I am the indweller of both the body and the soul. Bhagavan is all pervading. He pervades our body as well as the soul. Now Arjuna asks Krishna, what is this body made of? This is another important question. We all see our body. What is it made of? If we see a stage, we can say it is made of wood. If we see a chair, we can say it is made of plastic. If we see a chain, we can say it is made of gold. What is this body made of? It is a combination of 24 entities. Krishna now says, the 5th verse of the 13th chapter, Mahabhutani ahankaro buddhir avyaktamevacha indriyani dashaikancha panchacha indriya gocharaha. 24 elements joined together to form this body. What are they? Mahabhutani, 5 elements. What are they? Earth, water, fire, air and space. They are within this body. Our skin, it has got the properties of earth. Water, we have a lot of body fluids including blood, lymph, saliva, everything. Water is there. Air, we are breathing, so we have got air. And then fire. Many people say, my stomach is burning. Not that acidity. Actually, in our digestive juices, Jataragni is there within our stomach. We have got hydrochloric acid. The fire energy is within us. Finally, space. Space is also within us. Cavities, bursae, empty spaces within our body. So, earth, water, air, fire and space. All 5 elements are present within our bodies. And then, ahankaraha, the sense of I-ness. Yes, we have got lot of ahankara. Ahankara is also there in this body. Buddhi, intellect is there. They call it as mahattattvam, a form of intellect. Intellect is within us. Avyaktamevacha. Avyakta is moola prakriti, the raw material for everything. It is also insentient without knowledge. So we have got 8 things totally, 5 elements, followed by I-ness, ahankara, buddhi, intellect, mahattattvam, followed by avyaktam or moola prakriti, 8 over. Indriyani dashaikancha. We have got 11 indriyas. Do you know there is a cricket team within our body? 5 batsmen, 5 bowler and 1 captain come wicket keeper like Dhoni. 5 batsmen, they are 5 jnanendriyas, eyes, ears, nose, organ of speech, tongue, followed by skin. These 5 sense organs, they are like 5 batsmen. You have got 5 bowlers, 5 motor organs, organ of speech, hands, legs, organ of urination, organ of defecation. So 5 sense organs, 5 batsmen, 5 motor organs, 5 bowlers. Captain come wicket keeper is mind. Mind is the 11th indriya. So indriyani dashaikancha. Actually in Ramanuja tradition alone, we say there are totally 11 indriyas. But Vishnu Purana, Bhagavad Gita also coincide with that same concept saying 11 indriyas. So 8 plus 11, how many we have got now? 19 components over. Now 5 more remaining. Panchacha indriya gocharaha. 5 kinds of rudimentaries, tanmatras. What are they? Vision, hearing, smell, taste, touch. Vision, hearing, smell, taste, touch. 5. Totally 24. This body is the combination of all these 24 entities. A combination of all these 24 is called body. Icha dvesha sukham dukkham sanghata chetana dhritihi. If the soul associates itself with this body stimulates desire, hatred and all other feelings to the soul. Not only that, etat kshetram samasena savikara mudakritam. This body acts as a medium through which the soul experiences pleasures and pains. Because in the second chapter itself we saw, a soul cannot be cut by knife. A soul cannot be burned by fire. We have done a lot of sins. We have to be punished for that. That's why Bhagavan gives us a body, and you can receive all those punishment, pain, etc. through this body. Even if you have performed some merit, if he has to give you some reward for that benefit, for that merit, you need a body with which you receive those whatever reward Bhagavan gives you. That's why even if you go to Swarga, you will get a divine body. Even if you go to Naraka, you will get Yatana Shariram. Yatana Shariram is to just inflict pain and give punishment. So, body is a medium in which Jivatma experiences pleasures and pains. Body is the reason, by associating with it, this Jivatma is stimulated towards anger, hatred, desire and other feelings. This body is the component of 24 entities, namely 5 elements: earth, water, air, fire and space, followed by Ahankara, Prakriti and intellect, followed by 11 indriyas, 5 sense organs, 5 motor organs and the internal sense called mind, and then 5 vision, hearing, smell, taste and touch. The 24 joined together to form the body. Now Arjuna asks, then what is the soul? Please explain. Now body is made of all these things. What is the soul made of? Only jnana. The soul possesses jnanam. It itself is the form of jnanam. That's explained in the 12th verse of the same chapter. Jneyam yattat pravakshyami yajñātvā amritamashnute anadi matparam brahma na sattat nasaduchyate. Usually many people chant this verse as anadimat param brahma. But Ramanuja in his commentary has beautifully shown the way to interpret. There is no word in Sanskrit called anadimat. The mat pratyayam should not come behind anadi. Anadi is a separate word, that's all. So you should not split it as anadimat param brahma. Anadi mat param brahma. That's how we have to split, because if we misplace or wrongly place one comma, the entire meaning will change. One man wrote on the board, a woman without her man is nothing. A woman without her man is nothing. A lady came up. She took the chalk piece. She put 2 commas. A woman without her man is nothing. See how the commas change. A woman without her man is nothing. Change the commas. A woman without her man is nothing. The meaning totally changes. Likewise, there was a great atheist. While dying, he gave a piece of paper to his son. You read it, I will listen to it and then die. He had written, God is nowhere. God is nowhere. You read it, I will die. This fellow received it, started reading. God is now here. The W got displaced. Nowhere, now here. He read, God is now here. He breathed his last immediately. So, anadimat param brahma is not appropriate. Anadi mat param brahma. The nature of Jivatma is anadi. It has no beginning, no end. All Jivatmas exist eternally. Anadi. Mat param. Mat here refers to Krishna. Para means superior. Mat para means Krishna is the superior to Jivatma. Jivatma is subservient to Bhagavan. Jivatma is Seshabhuta, the servant, subservient person to Bhagavan. God is the boss or superior to the Jivatma. So, Matparam, Brahma. Brahma means great. Here, Brahma doesn't mean God. Brahma also means great. This Jivatma has great knowledge. It is the embodiment of knowledge. It possesses infinite knowledge. But due to our karma, in this bonded state, our knowledge is shrunken. If we attain liberation, our knowledge will get expanded completely to the level of infiniteness. So, Brahma, it has infinite knowledge, vast, great knowledge. Na sat tat, na asat uchyate. This Jivatma doesn't have any change in its essential nature. Jivatma is the form of Jnanam, Anandam. That form will not change. It Jnana may contract or expand. But the nature of Jivatma never changes, because all the other external things change. The actual essential nature of Jivatma will not change, whether in bonded state or liberated state. Its knowledge shrinks and also expands, but its nature remains the same. So, na sattat, na asat, there is no difference, there is no change in its essential nature. This is the form of Jivatma. It has no beginning, no end. It is subservient to Bhagavan. It has infinite knowledge. It is of the form of knowledge itself. Just like we say, this is made of cotton. This stage is made of wood. Jivatma is made of knowledge itself. It has no change in its essential nature. Now, the 13th chapter regarding body and soul comes to an end, and now we move on to the 14th chapter. The 14th chapter is popularly called as Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. Almost the same name is given by our acharyas as well. Traigurya Vishodhanam. Research into, inquiry into the three gunas. What are they? Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna. Now, in this 14th chapter, Arjuna asks one question. Krishna, everybody is speaking about Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna. What is the use of knowing about them? Can anybody answer? What is the use of knowing about Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna, all these things? Krishna says in the 5th verse of the 14th chapter, Arjuna, those three gunas are responsible for your samsara. Those three gunas only bind you to the cycle of births and deaths and make you take subsequent births. Sattvam, Rajas, Tama, iti gunaha, Prakriti sambhavaha, Nibadhananti mahabaho, Dege, Deginam, Apiriyam. These three gunas only bind you to the cycle of births and deaths. How many of you accept? Gunas are the reason for our births. Is it not karma? We are born due to karma or three gunas. Huh? No, your birth and the entanglement into the cycle of births and deaths is due to karma or three gunas. Karma, how many of you say karma? How many of you say three gunas? But what does Krishna say? These three gunas are responsible for you to get entangled in this cycle of births and deaths. They only bind you. Arjuna said, Krishna, so far I thought I had understood Gita to some extent, but now you are confusing me in this Q&A session. Krishna said, no confusion, Arjuna. Of course, karma is the reason for your births and deaths, no doubt. But what prompts you to do that action or karma? These three gunas. Because your action will depend on that guna which is prominent in that particular situation. If your sattva guna is predominant, you will act according to that. If rajo guna is predominant, you will act according to that. If tamo guna is predominant, you will act according to that. And that action, by that action, you incur papa or punya, and that karma will lead to further cycle of births and deaths. So it is these three gunas that lead you to action karma, and that karma makes you entangled in this samsara. Now Arjuna asks, then what are these three gunas? Please tell me. Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna. Now Krishna explains, always these three gunas exist with us when we are in the bonded state. When we are in this worldly existence, in this samsara bonded state, all three gunas are always with us. Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna. But one guna will be predominant. When that guna is predominant, you will do action which is suitable to that guna. Krishna now explains the 11th verse. Sarvadvareshu devesmin prakasha upajayate jnanam yada tada vidyat vivruddham sattvam ityute. Arjuna, whenever you feel a clarity of mind, peace of mind, knowledge, clarity, happiness, then it means sattva guna is predominant in you. Sattva guna is dominating. So whenever you feel good knowledge, clarity, purity of mind, peace of mind and happiness, it means sattva guna is predominant. Now, 12th verse. Lobha pravrittir arabbaha karmanam ashamaspruha rajasiyetani jayante vivruddhe bharatarshabha. Arjuna, if you feel some restlessness, hyperactivity, lust, greed, anger, too much of desire, it means Rajo guna is predominant. If you have peace of mind, happiness, knowledge, clarity, sattva-guna. Restlessness, anger, lust, greed, desire, then it means rajoguna. Now 13th verse, aprakasho pravrittischa pramado moha evacha tamasi etani jayante vivriddhe kurunandana. Oh Arjuna, if you feel so lazy, if you feel ignorance, lack of knowledge, or if you are unable to do anything, you feel sleepy, or you have confusion, or pramada. What is pramada? Yesterday we saw. Pramada means, your upanyasa was pramadam. Pramada means negligence and lack of concentration. If you have all those things, it means tamoguna is predominant. So the nature of tamoguna is laziness, confusion, misconception, misunderstanding, sleep, negligence, lack of concentration. Now each of us has to introspect to check what guna is predominant for us right now. If we feel clarity, purity, knowledge and peace of mind, sattva. Hyperactivity, restlessness, lust, anger, greed, rajoguna. Laziness, yawning or confusion, misapprehension or misconception, all these things, negligence, then it means tamoguna. Usually to keep in mind, we used to say one joke, when the upanyasam starts, first 15 minutes people will have sattoguna. Some clarity, some interest. 15 minutes later, they will develop rajoguna. Not here. Here always sattoguna, in other places. Then they will have rajoguna because they will become hyperactive, they will become restless, they will turn this side, they will turn that side, they will use their mobile phones, etc. etc. Half an hour into the upanyasam, tamoguna will step in. Everybody will sleep. That is tamoguna. So balanced state is sattva-guna, hyperactive state is rajoguna, inactive state is tamoguna. Based on these gunas, you will attain destination. How? The 18th verse. Urdhvam gachanti sattvasthaha, madhye tittanti rajasaha, jaghanya guna vrittisthaha, adho gachanti tamasaha. If you have more of sattva-gunam, you can progress upwards towards liberation. Sattva-guna takes you towards liberation. Rajoguna takes you towards temporary pleasures, either in this world or in heaven or upper worlds. Rajoguna takes you to temporary sensory enjoyment. Finally, tamoguna takes you to adho gachanti tamasaha, lowly creatures. You will take births as lowly creatures, animals, insects, microorganisms, or even in hell. Tamoguna will take you downwards. Rajoguna will take you to this level of samsara. Sattva-guna will take you upwards towards liberation. So we have to develop sattva-guna. Now Arjuna asks, how to develop that sattva-guna? That's the main problem. How we can know about what is sattva, what is rajas, what is tamas, we can know. But how to get rid of rajoguna, tamoguna? How to develop sattva-guna? Krishna says, you just perform bhakti yogam towards me, meditate on me, because God's divine form is Shuddha Sattva. It has no tint of rajoguna or tamoguna. It is purely made of sattva dravya. Just meditate on me, divine form. That will ensure that you also get rid of rajoguna, tamoguna, and also you get rid of material sattva-guna. There are two types of sattva-guna. One is material sattva-guna. Other is pure Shuddha Sattva, which we see in Vaikuntham. In this world, we have got material Sattva-guna combined with Rajoguna, Tamoguna. You have to transcend all these three qualities and then attain liberation, which is of Shuddha Sattva nature. So the 26th verse, Manchayo Vyabhijarena Bhakti Yogena Sevate Sagunan Samadhityaitan Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. As you engage in meditating on me, as you perform bhakti yoga with unconditional love, Arjuna, you can transcend worldly sattva-guna, rajoguna and tamoguna and attain me in the state of Shuddha Sattva. This is conveyed in the 14th chapter. So the 13th chapter was about body and soul. 14th chapter is about sattva-guna, rajoguna, tamoguna. Now we proceed to the 15th chapter. Now Arjuna asks Krishna, Krishna, you spoke about body, you spoke about soul, but you didn't speak anything about you. Please tell me about who you are. What are your glories? Please narrate to me. That's the 15th chapter, which is popularly called Purushottama Yoga. Appropriately, our acharyas have given a name which is very close to that Purushottama Vailakshanyam. The greatness of Lord Purushottama. What is Purushottama? We will see the meaning in the course of this adhyaya itself. The 16th verse onwards, in this 15th chapter, 16 to 20, those 5 verses, they are called Purushottama Vidya. And important information regarding the glories of Bhagavan is given there. And Krishna is going to tell one benefit for knowing that as well. Now the 16th verse of the 15th chapter, Krishna says, okay Arjuna, you want to know about me? I will tell you. Dvavimau purushau loke, ksharascha akshara evacha, kshara sarvani bhutani, kutastokshara uchyate. Arjuna, there are 2 kinds of jivatmas in this world. Here the word purusha refers to jivatmas. Dvavimau purushau loke. There are 2 kinds of purushas, 2 kinds of jivatmas. Who are they? Kshara sarvani bhutani. Kshara, they are bonded jivatmas. In this samsara, we take lot of births and deaths. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jakhare shayanam. All those who are entangled in the cycle of births and deaths, they are called bonded souls. They are kshara, kshara purushas. On the other hand, akshara purushas, liberated souls, muktatmas. They have got rid of this cycle of births and deaths and they have attained liberation. They won't come back into this cycle again. They are called aksharas, liberated souls. So there are 2 kinds of souls, bonded souls, liberated souls. Kshara purushas, akshara purushas. Now go to the next verse, 17th verse. I, Krishna says, I, Paramatma, is different from, distinctly different from both of them. I am distinctly different from bonded souls. Likewise, I am distinctly different from the liberated souls as well. Uttama purushastu anyaha paramatmeti udagritaha yo lokatrayam avishya vibhakti avyaya ishwaraha. Now, I am the Ishwara, I am the controller, supporter, ruler of all. Uttama purushaha. That's why I am called Uttama purusha. Uttama means great. Purusha, Purusha Visa, it refers to Jivatma. Mere Purusha is Jivatma. Uttama Purusha means one who is greater than that Purusha, Jivatma, and different and greater from him. In Tamil, we call Lord Narayana as Perumal. Do you know how that word Perumal came? From this only. Uttamaha Perum. Purusha all. Uttama Purusha Perum all. That's why we say Perumal, Perumal. Uttama Purusha, all is Jivatma. Perumal is greater than Jivatma. So I am Uttama Purusha, I am greater than all these Purushas. I am greater than all these Jivatmas. That's why I am called Paramatma. These are all Jivatmas. I am Paramatma, I am greater than all of them. You Lokatrayam Avishya. I pervade all the 3 lokas. I am within all the 3 lokas. What are the lokas? Your Lokatrayam Avishya. Just look at that verse, 15th chapter, 17th verse. Your Lokatrayam Avishya. I am inside, pervading all the 3 words. What are those 3 words? Huh? Bhuhu Bhuha Swaha. Then the other verse. Is not Bhagavan pervading all the 14 words? Then 2 only. Your Lokatrayam Avishya. I am pervading the 3 lokas. Here Ramanuja has given a beautiful explanation. Here loka doesn't mean world. The word loka in Sanskrit has got a lot of meanings. Loka means looking. The English word look came from Sanskrit word loka. Lokyate. Aloka. Aloka means vision. Here loka means objects which are seen through Shastras. Objects which are known from or seen through scriptures are called lokas. We can understand about 3 objects from Shastras. What are they? Insentient matter, bonded souls, liberated souls. Bhagavan, Lokatrayam Avishya means I am inside insentient matter, I am inside bonded souls, I am inside liberated souls. Here Lokatrayam means 3 objects known through Shastras: matter, liberated souls, bonded souls. I am within all of them. Vibharti, I support them. Avyaya Ishwaraha, I control them and I rule them. Now the 18th verse, it is the most important one. Yasmat ksharam atitoham aksharadapi cha uttamaha atosmi loke vede cha pratitah purushottamaha. That's why I am called Purushottama, because yasmat ksharam atitoham, I am greater than the bonded souls, kshara purushas. Aksharadapi cha uttamaha, I am greater than the liberated souls, akshara purushas as well. That's why I am called Purushottama in the Atosmi Loke Vedecha. That's why both Veda and Loka call me Purushottama. Now what is Loka? Veda and Loka call me Purushottama. Veda means we know. What is Loka? World. I am referred to as Purushottama by Veda and Loka, this world. But Ramanuja says, no, you should not interpret the word Loka as world. Just because the word world calls a person as Purushottama, that doesn't mean he is the true Purushottama. Because worldly people can glorify or eulogize anybody. That cannot be taken as an authority to show that, see, Lokam calls him Purushottama, so he is the true Purushottama. We cannot say so. Therefore, Ramanuja gives another interpretation to the same word Loka. Loka means Shastras which have come to explain the Vedas. So, in the previous verse, Loka means entity which is known through Shastras. In this 18th verse, Loka means Shastras which have come to explain Vedas, Itihasa Puranas, Smritis, our Alvar Pasurams and Acharya Sri Suktis, they are all called Lokas. Atosmi Vede in Vedas, Loke in the text which emerged to explain Vedas, Pratitah Purushottama. I am referred to as Purushottama. Then only it is authoritative and authentic. Just because all people in the world worship me, so I am Purushottama, he cannot claim so. Because people may have different levels of mental maturity, they have different levels of understanding. Just because majority of people worship one person, that person cannot be a Purushottama. So it has to be proved by authentic sources. Vedas and Lokas, the scriptures which came to explain Vedas, call me Purushottama. Now Krishna puts forth an additional point. Arjuna, please keep the Purushottama Yoga in your mind. If you keep this Purushottama Yoga in mind and perform Bhakti Yoga, the final verse, 20th verse, Iti Guhyatamam Shastram, Idamuktam Mayanagha, Yetat Buddhva Buddhiman Syat, Kritakrityascha Bharata. If you know this, you are a Kritakritya. It means you have already done what is to be done. So, if you perform Bhakti Yoga with the knowledge of this Purushottama Vidya, you will attain liberation at the end of this birth itself. Usually for a Bhakti Yogi, there is no guarantee that he will get liberation at the end of this particular birth itself. He has to carry over the Bhakti Yoga to subsequent births. Then only after a stage of maturation and perfection, he can attain moksha. But if a person performs Bhakti Yoga with the knowledge of the 4th chapter Avatara Rahasyam, there also we saw on day 2, or the 15th chapter Purushottama Vidya, if he does Bhakti Yoga with the knowledge of either one of these two information about Bhagavan, he will get liberation at the end of that particular birth itself. With that, Purushottama Adhyaya, Purushottama Vidya comes to a conclusion. Now we move on to because we are jumping today, we are jumping to the 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita now. What is the name of 16th chapter? Day-5 Sampat Vibhaga Yoga. Our Acharyas have given almost a similar name. Shastra Vashyatvam. Shastra Vashyatvam means we have to abide by the rules of the Shastras. Of course, Devas are there, demons are there in the celestial planes. But even among human beings, even among all of us, humans can be classified as Devas and Asuras. There are divine beings, Devas among humans. There are demonic beings, Asuras also among humans. Who are Devas, who are Asuras means those who follow and abide by the words of Shastras, they are called Devas. Those who transgress the rules ordained by the Shastras, they are called Asuras. So Shastra Vashyatvam, if you abide by the rules which are laid by the Lord, you are considered to be among the group of devas within human beings. If you transgress the rules, then you will be considered as asuras among human beings. Now, this is explained in the 16th chapter. Now, Krishna lists out certain gunas for divine human beings who are considered to be devas. What kind of gunas they have? Sattva samshuddhihi. They are devoid of rajoguna, tamoguna. They develop sattva-guna. Jnana yoga vyavastitihi. They reflect on the self. They see the soul as different from the body. Dhanam, they perform charity. Damascha, they control their senses. Yajnascha, they perform yagas and worship the Lord. Swadhyayaha, they chant Vedas. Tapaha, they perform austerities. Arjavam, Arjavam usually means honesty. Then what is honesty? Arjavam, Arjavam is honesty, honesty is Arjavam. Okay, what is honesty? Ramanuja gives a beautiful definition for honesty. Oneness of thought, word and deed is called honesty. What you think you should speak. What you speak you should follow in your life. Usually in English they say one proverb, practice what you preach. But Ramanuja says, preach what you already practice. There is a subtle difference. Practice what you preach means you have already preached, then you practice. No, first you practice, then you have to preach. So preach what you have already practiced. Similarly, speak what is in your mind. Follow whatever you speak. If you do that, then you are considered as a arjava, a ruju, a person with honesty. And then apaishunam, we should avoid the words that hurt others. At any cost, we should not hurt the feelings of another person. Daya bhuteshu, we should show compassion to all people. What is compassion? Again, Ramanuja gives a definition here. Daya. We should be unable to see another man suffering. We should just feel, empathize with him and help him. That is called daya or compassion. Alolutvam, we should not have any greed or too much of desire. Mardavam, we should be gentle. Absence of harshness, being gentle is called mardavam. Hrihi, we should feel shy to do a sinful act. It is called hrihi. If we develop all kinds of these qualities, then we will be considered in the group of devas, divine beings. These are all divine tendencies. But if a human being living on this earth possesses certain kinds of tendencies, he will be classified as a demon asura. What are they? Dambaha, doing charity for advertisement, just to show off that I have given this, I have given that to him, to show off all these things. If he does charity, he will be considered as asura. Darpaha, arrogance. Atimanascha, thinking highly of oneself. Krodaha, anger. Parushyam, inflicting injury on others and harming others. Ajnanam, ignorance. All these tendencies, if they are present in a person, these demonic tendencies will brand that person as a demon. So, asuras, devas are separately present in the celestial realm, that is different. But even in this earthly abode, humans can be classified based on their qualities as devas and asuras. Now Krishna adds the 5th verse of the 16th chapter, Daivi sampat vimokshaya nibandhaya asuri mata. Arjuna, if you develop divine qualities, they will take you towards liberation. If you develop demonic qualities, they will push you into the cycle of worldly existence. So divine qualities lead to liberation. Demonic qualities lead to bondage. Now, the 23rd verse, Krishna says, there is a hallmark for a deva. Important identification mark. What is it? Adherence to Shastra. Please note this point. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna stresses this point. Whoever abides by the Shastras, which are nothing but the commands of the Lord, they are considered as devas. Those who transgress the rules ordained by the Shastras, those who transgress those dharmas, they will be branded as asuras. Yes, Shastra vidhi mutsrijya vartate kamakarataha nasasiddhim avapnoti nasukham na param gatim. Bhagavan has laid down lot of dharmas in our Shastras. They are literally the commands of our Lord. If we adhere to the dharmas, to all those rules which are ordained in our Shastras, we will be considered as one among the devas. If we go against the dharmas which are spoken of by our Shastras, then we will be branded as one among the asuras. Because if we live in this world, we have to follow the rules laid out by the Lord as well. If you travel on the road, you should follow traffic rules. One fellow, he drove a car on the road. Policeman stopped him. You have taken a U-turn at a wrong place. You also went into a no entry place. You have also parked your vehicle in no parking. For all these things, I am going to put fine on you, impose fine on you, he said. This fellow said, sorry sir, I do not know traffic rules. Had I known all these traffic rules, I would have not breached all those rules, he said. Policeman said one single reply. If you start driving on the road, you must be aware of traffic rules. Ignorance is not an excuse. Similarly, if we live on this earth, we have to know the Shastras, we have to know what is our own dharma, we should uphold that dharma, we should follow those rules. Ignorance will not be an excuse. If you study in a school, you have to follow the rules of that school. If you study in a college, you should follow the rules of that college. If you work in an office, you have to follow certain rules. Similarly, if you live on this earth, you have to know those rules. After learning them from acharyas, you have to follow. If you breach that code of conduct, nasa siddhim avapnoti, you cannot attain happiness in heaven or other worlds. Na sukham, you cannot be happy in this world as well. Na param gati, you cannot attain liberation as well. So, ignorance will not be an excuse. We have to learn, we have to follow. And Krishna concludes saying, the 24th verse, Shastras are your ultimate authority, ultimate pramanam. Tasmat shastra pramanam te karya karya vyavasthitau jnatva shastra vidhanoktam karma kartum ihargasi. Arjuna, Shastras are your authority. Vedas and all the texts which have come to explain the Vedas. Ramanuja explains this verse as Upadeya Anupadeya Vyavasthayam, regarding what to do and what not to do. Dharma Shastra, you have got Dharma Shastras. Itihasa, you have got Itihasas. Puranadi Upabrahmitaha, you have got Puranas. Vedaha, Vedas which are explained by all the texts. Yadeva Purushottamakyam Param Tattvam Tat Pridana Rupam Tat Praptipaya Bhutam Cha Karma Avabodhayanti. Whatever karmas, whatever dharmas which all these scriptures teach you, that Shastra Vidhanoktam Karma Yathavat Anyona Atiriktam Vinyaya. You know them, you adhere to that, you should not go beyond, you should not go below. Without going beyond, without going below, at the appropriate level, you have to adhere to all those Shastras. Tadeva Upadatu Margasi. That's your goal, that's your authority. That's the pramana, proof or authentic source for you. So follow Shastras. If you follow Shastras, you will be considered as Deva. This is explained in the 16th chapter. Now we move on to the 17th chapter. 17th chapter is called Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga. Almost the same name given by our Shastras. Shastriya Vivechanam. Vivechanam means now we divide all our activities into three types. Whatever action you do, it can be divided into three types. Shastriya Vivechanam. We do actions ordained in the Shastras. Even if you do those dharmic activities, they can be classified into three types. How? Let me give you an easy example so that you can understand this adhyaya very easily. If you prepare for your exam, take the case of a student, he is preparing for an exam. If he prepares for the exam thinking that if I score good marks, my parents will be happy. If I score good marks, my teacher will appreciate me, my teacher will be happy. If I score good marks, it is good for me as well. With this mindset, if a student prepares and writes the exam and scores good marks, it is called sattvic preparation. Another student, he also works hard, he also prepares for the exam, but the intention that fellow is trying to overtake me, this time I will score good marks, I will humiliate that person. I will show my progress card to him, I will show my mark sheet to him. I want to humiliate that person. The entire class should clap in front of me. Everybody should score lesser than me. I should be scoring the highest marks. With this intention, if he is preparing for the exam and writing, it is called Rajasic preparation. If the same person goes by adharmic ways, in our country we say bit, he is writing bits, and then he is trying to copy, and he is adopting all unfair means, and trying to prepare for the exam and get good marks. In that case, that is called tamasic preparation. So, sattvic action brings welfare to all people. Rajasic action is selfish. Tamasic action spoils that person as well as the people surrounding him. So, whatever you do for the welfare of others is called sattvic. Whatever you do for selfish motive is called rajasic. Whatever you do to spoil others as well as yourself is called tamasic. Now you got the clarity, right? Now you see how Krishna applies this in all Vedic activities. Now coming to food, Krishna says Sattvika Ahara, Rajasa Ahara, Tamasa Ahara. What is Sattvic diet? The 8th verse of the 17th chapter. Ayus Sattva Balarogya Sukha Priti Vivardhanaha Rasya Snidha Stira Hritya Ahara Sattvika Priyaha. Relishable food, soft and healthy food, pleasant food, food which is offered to God, that is called sattvic food. Food which is relishable, soft, healthy, pleasant, which is long lasting and gives you long term health benefits, most importantly offered to God. That food is called sattvic. It promotes ayuhu sattva bala arogya sukha priti. It promotes long life. It promotes knowledge and wisdom. It promotes good health. It promotes strength. It promotes happiness. That kind of a food is called sattvic food. Now another person, he is also eating, but the diet is rajasic diet. Why? 9th verse. Khatu amla lavana atyushna tikshna rukshna vidaginaha ahara rajasasya ittaha dukkha shoka amaya pradaha. But the foods which are too spicy, too sour, too salty, too hot, too hard to bite, and which burn our stomach. Exactly the junk foods which many people eat these days. They all come under Rajasic diet. Either too hot, or too hard, too sour, or too spicy, or too salty, which injure our stomach and cause lot of digestive problems and other things, indigestion, etc. They are called Rajasic diet. That will lead to ill health, sufferings and diseases. Yes, diabetes mellitus, ulcer, and so many hypercholesterolemia and many diseases come because of all this Rajasic diet. So it leads to ill health, diseases and also sufferings. Now 10th verse, Tamasic diet. Now you might have got one idea. Sattvic is good. Rajasic is too much of flavor. Tamasic is spoiled food. Anything that spoils is tamasic. So the 10th verse, Yata Yamam, Gatarasam, Puti Paryushitam Chayat, Uchishtam Amedhyam, Bhojanam Tamasapriyam. Stale food, spoiled food, tasteless food, food with bad smell, food that has lost its original taste over time, food which is filled with saliva of another person. Most importantly, Amedhyam, food which is not offered to God is called tamasic food. Because whatever we eat, we should first offer to the Lord and then only we have to eat. In the 3rd chapter itself, Krishna says, Yajna Sishtashinas Santo Muchyante Sarva Kilbishahi Te tu Agam Bhujjate Papaha Yepachati Atmakarana. If you offer to the Lord and then eat, you are eating the prasad of the blessings of the Lord. If you don't offer to the Lord and eat, it means you are eating sins instead of food. Because it is God who has created everything. Without conveying a single thanks to that Lord, without offering that food to the Lord with gratitude, if we are eating for ourselves, it means we are eating sins and not food. So, any food which is not offered to the Lord is considered tamasic. This tamasic food causes ignorance, delusion, laziness, sleep, and all those tamasic qualities and totally spoils you. So, sattvic diet promotes long life, knowledge, and your health, everything. At the same time, rajasic food, it leads to ill health and sufferings. Tamasic fruit totally spoils you with ignorance, delusion and laziness. Now, yaga. Again, yaga can be divided into three types. Satvika yaga, Rajasa yaga, Tamasa yaga. Now see the classification given by Krishna, 11th verse. Aphala kankshi bhir yajnaha vidhidritto ya ijyate yattavyameva iti manaha samadhaya sa satvikaha. If a person performs a yagam without looking for material rewards, he wants to worship the Lord and attain liberation without focus on material worldly rewards, as per scriptural injunctions, following all the rules of Shastras, he performs it as the worship of Lord with strong faith. That Shraddha, faith is important. If a person performs a yaga as per Shastras, as per the advice of his Purohit, as worship of the Lord with strong faith, without any material desires, it is Satvika yaga. But the same effort another person is doing. He has a yaga kunda, he has also lit fire, he is also doing everything, he is also chanting swaha, 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 everything he is chanting. But mindset matters. 12th verse, Abhisandhayatu phalam dambhartham api chaivayaha ijyate bharata sretha tam yagyam vidhi rajasam. But if he performs that yaga to attain worldly benefits, to attain material benefits, or to show off himself as a devoted person. Some people, if we go to their home, they perform puja for 1 hour. If nobody comes to their home, they will finish puja in 5 minutes. Because they want to show off themselves as great devotees in front of others. If he does for that dambam, dambam means showing off, ostentation. For that sake, if he performs yaga, or to attain material benefits, it will become rajasa. Again, the same yaga, it may become tamasa. When 13th verse, vidhihinam, asrittannam, mantrahinam, adakshinam, shraddha virahitam yajnam, tamasam parichakshate. Without following the advice of the Purohit, without employing the proper objects and instruments, without chanting proper mantras, without giving dakshina to the Purohits, and also without faith. Externally he will be performing yaga, internally he will be doubting. Hey, who has seen God? Who is saying, no, I don't have any faith in all these things. Just for performance sake I am doing. With this kind of mindset, with lack of faith, if he performs, that is tamasa yaga. So you can classify any activity based on sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna. And I will conclude this with one more example. The 20th verse, if you give donation, danam, it can be classified as sattvika danam, rajasa danam, tamasa danam. Danam is actually same. Just take for example, one person is donating $1 million for a holy cause. Just like we have got our SKM Kalyana Mandapam coming up soon in our SV Temple of North Carolina. For that, 3 persons are donating $1 million each. Take for example, A, B, C. All 3, each $1 million they are giving donation. Now, what is Sattvic donation means? 20th verse, Datavyam idhi yaddanam diyate anupakarine deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam sattvikam smritam. Without expecting anything in return. If I give $1 million, will they put my name on the board in front of the Kalyana Mandapam? He should not think about that. Will they do something in favor, in reciprocation? He should not expect. This is a good cause. I have to support that good cause. With that intention, if he gives that donation to the right person at the right place at the right time, it is called Sattvika Dharma. Now coming to the next verse, 21st verse. The same $1 million can become Rajasa Yagam. Because we have person B. He donates for the same SKM Kalyana Mandapam. He gives same $1 million. But the issue is, Yattu pratyupakarartham phalam uddishya vapunaha diyate cha pariklittam tad rajasam udakritam. Here his problem is, he expects something in return. If I give something, I want to get something back from them as well. So he has expectation. Second, he wants to show off himself as a philanthropist. I am a great philanthropist in this area, so if I do not give money, then my name will get spoiled. So I want to show off myself. For that he is giving. Number 3, it is called grudging charity. He is not giving with full happiness. with grudge, unwillingly he gives. So that dhanam becomes rajasic dhanam. See, the action is same, the amount is same, but mindset matters more. It becomes rajasic donation. Now coming to tamasic donation, another person, see, same cost, same $1 million, he is donating, but the issue is adeshakale yaddanam apatrebhyascha diyate asatkritam avajnatam tattamasa mudakritam. But what does he do is, he insults the receiver. Hey, you have come seeking alms from me. Okay, wait, I will give you. Like that, he insults the receiver, he throws away the money and say, you get lost. If he does this kind of a charity or donation, he has also given $1 million, no doubt. But that donation will come under tamasic category. So what this chapter teaches us is, more than the action you do, mindset matters. Whatever you do, perform with sattvic mindset. How to develop that sattvic mindset? That's why Krishna showed one way in the 14th verse. Meditate on that divine Shuddha Sattva form of Bhagavan. That will promote Sattva Gunam. Number 2, take sattvic diet which is offered to the Lord. That will promote Sattva Gunam. As you develop Sattva Gunam, on one hand, you can progress upwards towards the divine abode of liberation. On the other hand, all your actions turn sattvic, because mindset is more than what the action you are doing. With that, we conclude the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And now, exactly at 8:05, our Lax Sri Swami announced that he will complete by 8:30 p.m. Now we have got 25 minutes to experience the last 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is called Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, in common name, universal name, popular name. But in our tradition, our acharyas have named this adhyaya appropriately as Sarodharaha. This is the essence of Gita. The entire essence of Bhagavad Gita is conveyed in this single chapter, 18th chapter. So it is called Sarodharaha. But one thing we have to thank the people who gave this hall. There is a timer clock exactly in front of the Upanyasam. So I can often look at time. Okay, I have covered this number of adhyayas, this much time has passed, this much time remaining. It is very easy for me to calculate and move accordingly. Because in Upanyasams there is one psychology. If you look at the watch, I will feel very bad. If I look at the watch, you will be very happy. Because if you all look at the watch, I will feel, oh, it is very boring for them. That's why instead of looking at me, they are looking at the watch. But if I watch the watch, then you will be happy. Okay. Though his speech is not so good, at least he is looking at the clock, so he can at least finish at the right time. You can get a reassurance. So we have reached the final part, the essence of Gita, Sarodharaha. What is the essence of Gita? Now Krishna tells Arjuna, Arjuna, I have answered all your questions. Now let me tell you one thing. We divided each action as Sattvika, Rajasa and Tamasa. Tyagam can also be classified into Sattvika, Rajasa, Tamasa. That's how Krishna starts the 18th chapter. Tyaga means sacrifice. Tamasic sacrifice is Niyatasya tu sanyasaha karmano nopapadyate mohatasya parityagaha tamasa parikirtitaha. If a person out of ignorance or laziness or due to attachment to something else sacrifices the dharma or an action or a duty which is to be done by him, it is called tamasic sacrifice. Take for example, a boy is watching TV or playing video game, he forgets to perform Sandhyavandanam. This is called tamasic tyagam. He has done tyagam of Sandhyavandanam. Why? He was so much immersed in watching TV, or he was so lazy, he just lay down and sleeps, and he slept. So he leaves out his karma. This is called tamasic tyagam. It is very bad. There is rajasic tyagam also, rajasic sacrifice. 8th verse, dukkha vidyeva yad karma kaya klesha bhayatyajit sakritva rajasantyagam naiva tyaga phalam labet. Some people, they leave their activity, they leave their duty, they leave their dharma. Do you know why? They are afraid that performance of this duty may affect their body, may affect their health. Take for example, Ekadashi fasting. No. I may not be able to fast, I may get low sugar, I may get dizziness, I may faint and fall down. No, I can't observe. Out of that fear, if he sacrifices the duty, that is called Rajasic Tyaga. But there is one thing called Sattvika Tyaga. That's what we have to do. Whatever work we do, we should do with Sattvika Tyaga. What is that Sattvika Tyaga? 9th verse of the 18th chapter. Actually, this is very much celebrated verse in our Sampradaya. Sattvika Tyaga. What is Sattvika Tyaga? Karyamityeva yat karma. Niyatam kriyate arjuna. Sangam tyaktva phalam chaiva. Satyaga sattviko mataha. Sattvika Tyaga means you should not leave the duty. You should perform your duty. How can perform become sacrifice? Sacrifice means you should leave it, right? No. You should not leave the duty. Sattvika Tyaga means Karyamityeva. You should do the duty considering it as worship of God. But you should sacrifice 3 things. I, mine and result. You should sacrifice I, mine and result. Sacrifice the feeling that I am the doer. Consider that God is doing, He is using you as an instrument. Number 2, sacrifice mine. Don't think that this is my work. This is worship of Bhagavan. So it is not mine, that mamakaram. Number 3, sacrifice the result. Offer it to Lord. That's why we say Sri Krishnarpanam. Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanam, to offer that fruit, reward to the Lord and sacrifice it with these 3 tyagas. Kartritva buddhi tyaga, sacrifice I. Mamata tyaga, sacrifice mine. Phala tyaga, sacrifice the fruit. With these 3 sacrifices, if you do your duty, that's called Sattvika Tyaga, which is what we have to adhere to. That is also shown by Lord Krishna. Now the 14th verse of the 18th chapter, Krishna says, Arjuna, you may think, we are doing one job. But Krishna asks us to think that I am not doing, God is doing through me. Now you tell me, when we are doing something, how can we say that no, I am not doing? Is it right? Krishna puts it beautifully in the 14th verse. No, we cannot do anything on ourselves. To accomplish any action, 5 entities should come together. What are those 5 entities? Adhittanam, Tathakarta, Karanancha Pratak Vidham, Vividacha Pratak Cheta, Daivam Chaivatra Panchamam. 5 things. 1. Adhittanam, you need a body. Mere soul Jivatma cannot work. It needs a body, Adhittanam. Tathakarta, then the soul should be, Karta is soul, should be present in this body. Karanamcha Pratak Vidham, you need sense organs and motor organs. Without organs, even if body and soul are present, when there are no organs, if a person doesn't have hand, he cannot lift an object. So you need the presence of organs. 4. Vividhacha Pratak Cheta, you need prana. If prana is not running, if the vital force is not there, mere body, soul cannot work, cannot function. So you need prana. 5. Daivam, you need God also. So all these 5 should come together. Jivatma is body, organs, vital force, air, prana, God. Only if 5 things come together, any action can be accomplished. In this case, Tatraivam Sati Kartaram, Atmanam Kevalam Tuyaha, Pashyati Akrita Buddhitvat, Nasa Pashyati Durmatihi. In this case, if a person says, I alone did this, I am instrumental for victory. Even in an IPL match, if person says, I am instrumental for the victory of my team, it means he is an ignorant person. He is a fool. Krishna says, Durmatihi. Because to accomplish anything, you yourself need the help of 4 other people. How can I claim that I only did this? Now you will ask one question. If God is also involved in all actions, is He involved in our sins? Yes or no? Then he should also be punished for our sins, right? Because he has some share. If 2 persons are involved in a theft, both will be punished. For that, you should take the example as this is shown by Bhagavad Ramanuja in Parayatadikaranam in Sri Bhashya. I will give you one easy example to understand. If you are studying in a school, your teacher will teach you all the syllabus during your class hours. Then you go to write the final exam. Your own teacher comes as the invigilator, exam hall invigilator. He watches you write the exam. You are writing the wrong answer. What will your teacher do? Huh? He will cooperate. Yes, he will watch. If you want to write the exam, there should be an invigilator, right? Yes, invigilator is there. You are writing wrongly. What is the invigilator doing? Just witnessing. That's what Bhagavan will do. He will just witness. But if you write the right answer, he will reward you with marks, distinction, everything at the right time. If you write the wrong answer, he will punish you during evaluation. That's what a good teacher will do. Similarly, life is an exam. Bhagavan has already taught us all the Shastras, rules, what to do, what not to do. In this exam, he is an invigilator who is watching what all we are doing. He will just remain silent. But during evaluation, he will give either punishment or reward, he will give it at the right time. So, we cannot accuse him for our wrongdoings. We cannot say that he is partner for all our sins. No, he is an invigilator. He will watch, he will witness, he will permit, but he ensures that we mend our ways often. For that, whatever he can do, he teaches us whatever a teacher does to correct even an incorrigible student. God does everything to correct all of us. We have to keep that in mind. So Krishna says, therefore Arjuna, consider that 5 things have to come together to accomplish anything. Don't consider that you alone are the doer. So start with Karma Yoga. This chapter is called the essence of Gita, Sarodharaha. That's why Krishna gives a beautiful summary here, starting from the 46th verse. Arjuna, you start with Karma Yoga. Yatah pravrittir bhutana yena sarvam idam tatam swakarmana tam abhyarchya siddhim vindati manavaha. The best way to worship the Lord is Karma Yoga. Do your duty without attachment. The best way to worship Lord is just doing your duty without attachment. If you do so, you will attain perfection. Following which, 49th verse, Asakta buddhis sarvatra jitatma vigatasprihaha naishkarmya siddhim paramam sanyasena adhigacchati. If a person adheres to Karma Yoga, attains perfection and continues with that Karma Yoga with the mindset of I am not the doer, this is not my work, I am not attached to the result. If these 3 kinds of mindset come along with this Karma Yoga, ultimately he will reach the stage of yogic meditation. In that yogic meditation, 54th verse, Brahma bhutav prasannatma na shochati na kakshati samassarveshu bhuteshu madbhakti labhate param. As he performs yogic meditation, he can see the Jivatma, he can visualize the soul, he can realize himself. As he visualizes the soul, he can realize that I am the indweller of that soul. The all-pervading Lord pervades this Jivatma as well. He realizes that I am within him. So he realizes, oh, God is my essence. God is everything for me. He is supporting me from within. Without him, I am nothing. He realizes. Now, this devotee engages in Bhakti Yoga, realizing that God is the soul of his soul. As he engages in Bhakti Yoga, 55th verse, Bhaktyamam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvadaha tatomam tattvato jnatva vishate tadamantaram. As he performs Bhakti Yoga, he attains complete tattva jnana, knowledge of all realities. This world, Achit, is one form of reality. Chit, Jivatma, is another reality. Paratattva, the greatest reality is the Lord. He realizes all Tattva Jnana and finally he attains me by Bhakti Yoga. This is the summary of entire Gita. That's why how many hours we speak doesn't matter. In the end, we have to give you a summary. This is your take-home message. This is Lord Krishna's formula. See how beautifully he has summarized, starting from the 2nd chapter to 12th chapter. Swakarmana tam abhyarchya siddhim vindati manavaha. You start with Karma Yoga, attain perfection, and then proceed in Karma Yoga itself along with all these tyagas. That will take you to yogic meditation. There you can visualize the self. Then realize that I am the self of the self. Engage in Bhakti Yoga. Finally, by virtue of Bhakti Yoga, you can attain me. You can attain liberation. To conclude, Arjuna, I will repeat you the verse which is the heart of Bhagavad Gita. What is the heart of Bhagavad Gita? 9th chapter, 34th verse, Manmana Bhava. I will repeat it again. 18th chapter, 65th verse, Manmana Bhava Madbhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru Mame Vaishyasi Satyapte Pratijani Priyosimi. Slight change in the words will be there, but almost the same verse. Because in Mimamsa there is one rule. If something is the essence of a book, it will get repeated often. Upakrama upasamharo abhyasaha apurvata phalam arthavataha upapattischa lingam tatparya nirnaye. Abhyasaha, if something gets repeated in a standard text, you can rest assured that that is the essence of that standard text. If one verse comes twice, then you can rest assured this is the ultimate teaching of Bhagavad Gita. Manmana bhava, fix your mind on me. How to fix mind? See, Ramanuja in his commentary have given a slightly different interpretation here, because there he was at the beginning of Bhakti Yoga. Now you are at the perfection stage of Bhakti Yoga. At the stage of perfection, how should you do Bhakti Yoga? Now Ramanuja comments to this verse, Manmana bhava, fix your mind on me. Vedana, dhyana, upasanadi shabdavachyam, darshana samanakaram, smriti santanam, atyartha priyam niha manmana bhava iti vidhiyate. Krishna orders Arjuna, you have to virtually visualize me as a thumb-sized form in the front of the tip of your nose. We should virtually think that, just like we are virtually traveling to Kurukshetra to experience Gita for 4 days, you have to virtually think. It is called Darshana Samanakara. Virtually, God is in front of the tip of my nose with a thumb-sized form. With that mindset, Mad Bhaktaha Atyartha Priyaha Atyartha Priyatvena Niradishaya Priyam Smriti Santatim Kurushve. Mad Bhaktaha, meditate on me with love. If you don't meditate with love and devotion, that meditation will not work. So love and devotion are important. Mad Yaji Aradhanam hi Paripurna Seshavritti. Yaji means do pujas, do service, kainkaryams to Bhagavan. Mam Namaskuru Maya Atimatra Prakti Bhavam Atyartha Priyam Kuru. Do Namaskaram. Again Ramanuja adds 2 classes to that Namaskaram. Do Namaskaram with love and respect. Because we just fall down mechanically and then get up. No. Fall down out of reverence and respect. And also with love and devotion to the Lord. With that you perform Namaskaram. So we have got 4 points now. Manmana bhava, focus on me. Virtually visualize me. Mad Bhaktaha, visualize me, meditate on me with love. Mad Yaji, do service, pujas and kaikaryams to me. Mam Namaskuru, offer your Namaskaram to me. Mame Vaishyasi, you will attain me. Satyam te pratijane priyosime. Arjuna, you are my divine, you are my dear friend. I promise you, this is the promise given by the Lord. Satyam te pratijane priyosime. Since you are my dear friend, Arjuna, I promise you, if you do this and engage in incessant, constant, devotional, loving meditation on me, perform this Bhakti Yoga uninterruptedly, Taila Dharavati, just like oil flowing down from a container, meditate on me incessantly, even without gap for a fraction of a second. Just think of me, reflect on me, contemplate on me with love and devotion. I promise you will attain me. Arjuna started trembling. He was shocked. He was bewildered. Arjuna said, Krishna, I don't think I can do all these things. Krishna said, I was waiting for you to say these words. Arjuna said, no Krishna, I cannot do this. This seems very difficult. Arjuna said, now Krishna says the ultimate verse, Charana Shloka, 66th verse of the 18th Adhyayam, a well-known verse, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, Mamekam Sharanam Vraja, Aham Tva Sarva Papebhyo Mokshinishyami Mashutaha. In Gita Bhashya, Ramanuja has given 2 interpretations for this verse. In addition to them, in Gadyatrayam, Ramanuja has shown that this verse has a deeper meaning. And he passed away that meaning in successive Acharya Paramparas, in which many Acharyas like Pillaloka Acharya, Swami Vedanta Deshika, Swami Manavada Mamunigal, they have all explained the meaning of this Charana Shloka. Now I will just condense all those meanings and present you in a nutshell. Now Arjuna falls at the feet of Lord Krishna and says, "Oh Krishna, whatever you have done so far in these 18 chapters, just I got baffled. I am not sure whether I can follow all these things. What can I do?" Krishna said, "I was waiting for this dialogue from you only. Now I will tell you. Sarva dharman parityajya." Parityajya means sacrifice, leave it. What? Sarva dharman, whatever you listened to so far, whatever you listened for the past 4 days, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Avatara Rahasya Jnana, Purushottama Vidya, Nama Sankirtana, whatever you listened to so far, Sarva dharman parityajya, you leave away everything. Arjuna said, "If I leave everything, then where can I go?" "Don't worry. Mamekam sharanam vraja, surrender unto my lotus feet. Instead of catching hold of another tool to attain me, directly catch hold of my lotus feet." When Bhagavan himself is there as the means, we should be resort to some other means. I am there for you. I will ensure that you attain liberation. When I am there, why should you go for some other route? Take for example, Narada gave a fruit to Lord Shiva. He said it should not be cut into two. You can give to any of your sons. Now Ganesha and Kartikeya, both of them fought. Is it for you or is it for me? Then Narada said, whoever circumambulates the world thrice and comes first will receive the fruit. Muruga, he circumambulated the entire universe in his peacock thrice. But before that, Ganesha, he was very smart. What did he do? He circumambulated his parents thrice and received the fruit. Similarly, instead of circumambulating the entire universe with Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, just fall at the feet of Lord Krishna. Sarva dharman parityajya, leave alone everything else. Mamekam sharanam vraja, catch hold of my lotus feet. If we go to SV temple of NC, that's why I have chosen this topic. We can see Lord Srinivasa Balaji. He shows his right hand. Surrender to my lotus feet. Sarva dharman parityajya, mamekam sharanam vraja. His right hand is pointing towards his lotus feet. If you surrender, you don't worry. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. I will relieve you of all your sins. I will deliver you from all your sins. That's why he places his left hand on his thigh, symbolically representing, I will ensure that the ocean of samsara gets drained to knee level for you. My friend asked, will it not recede completely only to knee level? Not like that. Please take that example with a pinch of salt. Becomes knee level means the sea itself has become nothing. That's what it conveys. It is implied meaning. So, if you surrender to me with the right hand, our Srinivasa of North Carolina shows, surrender to me. With his left hand, aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. Your sins, they may be a huge ocean, but I will ensure that ocean recedes to knee deep level, that's all. So, aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. I will remove all your sins. Arjuna asked, will you remove all my sins? Why, Arjuna, you don't doubt? Now Krishna says, if some dirt or dust is sticking to my body, who should remove that? I should remove. If there is some dust in my hand, I should remove. Soul is the body of Bhagavan. That's what we saw from day 1. Soul is within this body, Jivatma. Jivatma is the Sharira body of Bhagavan. If the sins, dirt called sins, are sticking to the Jivatma, which is the body of Bhagavan, who should remove those sins? Bhagavan himself. He will remove the dirt in his body. It is enough if you realize that you are his body. The only thing needed is, we should realize, I am the body of Bhagavan, he is my indweller. I am the soul within this body. This soul is the body of Bhagavan and God is the soul of the soul. If you realize that I am the body of God, he will remove the dirt in his own body. It is not my responsibility. It becomes his responsibility. So, aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Don't worry. Shuchaha means worry. Don't worry. You need not worry hereafter. Actually, don't worry is not advice. It is an order. It is a command. After surrendering to the Lord, you should not worry. Ramanuja says, prapannan karaindanagi nastikanam vittanai. After performing sharanagati, surrender, if you worry, it means you are an atheist. Yes, you don't have full faith in the existence of God. If you believe in God, if God himself promises, I will protect you, if you still start worrying, if you still say, I am having mental stress, depression, confusion, everything, BP, sugar, stress, it means you are an atheist, Ramadasis. So once we have surrendered to him, then we should not worry. Okay? Sarva dharman parityaja. Okay, can we leave bhakti, can we leave karma, can we leave jnana, everything? Not like that. We should hold on to them, but don't consider that we are going to attain liberation through them. Bhagavan has assured, I will give you liberation out of my mercy. Now what we should do is, karma should become kainkaryam. Whatever nitya karmas we do, just do it as kainkaryam to please the Lord. Just do it as service of Lord. Irrespective of whether you do it or not, God will give you liberation out of His mercy. But just as a mark of thanksgiving, just perform your karma as kainkaryam. Can you leave jnana? Don't leave jnana. Use jnana yoga, realize jivatma. But that realization is to understand that we are subservient to Bhagavan. We should serve Him. He is our superior. For that, you should develop jnana. Bhakti yoga should be there, but it is to show love to Lord and not as means to attain Him. To put it in simple words, irrespective of the performance of all these things, karma, bhakti or jnana, Bhagavan will give you liberation. Just do karma as kaikaryam. Just develop jnana as we are subservient to Him. Just perform bhakti as a means of loving the Lord. I will give you one example. There was an aged father. He was bedridden for almost 10 years. His son was serving him. Every day, the son who served his father would think, only if I serve my father, he will give me all the wealth. Otherwise, he will donate all the property to some temple. If he serves his father in this manner, is it right, you tell me? Now, how should he serve him? I serve my father as my duty kaikaryam. I serve as a mark of my love and respect to my father. I serve him for him to be happy. Oh, my son is doing. He should be satisfied. For that you keep on serving him. But whether you serve or not, out of affection, father's property will automatically come to the son. Lord is the father, we are his children, and moksha, liberation is his property. God is ready to give his property to all his children. But while doing karma, jnana or bhakti, don't think that I am doing this in exchange for that. You should not have that mindset. Just keep on doing. God, out of His own mercy, for the relationship we have with Him, He will automatically give it. That's what sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja ahamtva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shutaha. So just leave everything. Leave everything means don't leave totally. You can perform as service to please Him, but there is no necessity that you have to do that. Just cling on to me. I will deliver you from all your sins. You need not worry about anything. Arjuna said, you could have said this at the beginning itself. First day we can finish the upanyasam, and 3 days we could have taken rest, right? And there is a program, Crorepati. That person will say, if you answer the first question, you will get 1,000 rupees. If you answer second question, you will get 5,000 rupees. If you answer the third question, you will get 10,000 rupees. Step by step, if you answer the 14th question, you will receive 1 crore and become Crorepati. That person said, sir, please ask the 14th question first. Likewise, Arjuna says, you could have taught this right in the beginning. For this, Swami Pidalokacharya answers, Purambu Pirandavayallam ivan manadai sodikkaikaga. Why did Krishna teach all these things all over these adhyayas? Finally teaching about Sharanagati means Krishna was conducting a test for Arjuna. That is the twist in Bhagavad Gita. What is the test? Krishna is giving more and more harder means towards liberation. But as Krishna taught each of these means, Arjuna was thinking, yes, I can do it, yes, I can do it, yes, I can do it. In the second chapter, Krishna speaks about IPS formula. Arjuna thinks, yes, I can do it. In the third chapter, he says, yes, Karma Yoga is your way. Arjuna thinks, yes, I can do it. In the fourth chapter, he says, Arjuna, the knowledge part is more important than working part in Karma Yoga. Actually, Krishna means that it is difficult. But Arjuna thinks, okay, knowledge part is more important. Let me develop that. In the 5th chapter, he says that knowledge should mature in Karma Yoga. Okay, I can do that. In the 6th chapter, Krishna speaks about Yoga Abhyasa. Arjuna says, yes, such I can do that. In the 7th, 8th, 9th chapters, Krishna speaks about Bhakti Yoga. Arjuna says, yes, I can do that. Now, the 10th chapter, Arjuna says, you list out your glories. I can meditate on you. Krishna lists out his glories. You show it as PowerPoint presentation. I can easily remember. In the 11th chapter, he shows that. In the 12th chapter, you show me the ways to improve my devotion. Krishna shows all those steps. Still Arjuna thinks, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. As long as Arjuna was thinking, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, Krishna puts forth harder means. Finally, when Arjuna says, I cannot do it, Krishna gives the solution. Once you surrender I, once you surrender ego, you will receive the solution for all your problems. As long as you think, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, you cannot find solution to any of your problems. Only when we realize this I is nothing, only when you shed off your ego, now Arjuna falls at the feet of Krishna. Oh Krishna, it seems I can't do it. That's what Arjuna is telling right from the beginning. You can't do it, leave it, I will do it. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vrajaya aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayisyami ma shuchaha. So surrender is giving the responsibility to the Lord. We can't do it. Yes, we can't do it. Just accept it. Give it to Him. He will do it. You need not worry about that. This is the true disclaimer. You see, in our discourses and all, in TV channels and YouTube, they will put one disclaimer. This Upanyasaka may speak many controversial topics. Our TV channel is not responsible for all those things. So whatever he speaks, you directly phone call him or send voice message and pour whatever you want and lash out at him. He will write. Similarly, protecting myself is not my responsibility at all. It's actually his responsibility. Unnecessarily, we are putting that responsibility on our heads and we are worrying, oh, how to attain him, how to attain him. It's not your responsibility at all. Take for example, I am wearing this toda, this bracelet. If this falls down, should I go in search of this bracelet or will the bracelet will come to me? I should go in search of the bracelet because this is my property, I am the owner. Similarly, all Jivatmas are the properties of the Lord. He is the owner. If property has some problem, owner will go to court, settle the dispute and reclaim his property. Property will not reclaim the owner. So just realize that we are properties. He is the owner. We are just instruments in His hands. If you realize, God will come to us and He will automatically take us into His fold. That's what we need. To put it simple, our Acharyas show this Upadesha Mudra. It has many interpretations. One among them is, just try, you have to tip the tip of index finger with the tip of thumb without moving the index finger at all. You have to touch the tip of index finger with the tip of your thumb without moving the index finger. You can try, especially youngsters. You should not move the index finger. You should not move the index finger. Index finger should be as it is. Thumb alone should move upwards and touch the tip. Can anybody do it? No. Now try the converse. Don't move the thumb. Move the index finger downwards and touch the tip of the thumb. Everybody can do it. This thumb is Jivatma, index finger is Paramatma. Whatever this Jivatma tries, you cannot attain him. Only when Paramatma comes down and blesses you, you can attain him. Sarvadharma Parisheshya Manayakam Sharanam Aratva Sarvapapebhyo Mokshayisyami. This was expounded in Tamil language, chased Tamil by the great saint called Nammalvar. He performed Sharanagati at the lotus feet of the Lord. அகலகிலே இறையில் நின்று அலர்மேல் மங்கை உரைமார்வா நிகரில் புகழாய் உலகம் ஒன்றுடையாய் என்னை ஆழ்வானே நிகரில் அமரர் முடிக்கணங்கள் விரும்பும் திருவேக்கடத்தானே புகழொன்றில்லா அடியேன் உன் அடிக்கீழ் அமர்ந்து புகுந்தேனே. Nammalvar Tirunakshataram is approaching. In our SV temple of North Carolina, we have got a lot of utsavas for Nammalvar. See how the correlation has come. Our Lord Srinivasa shows his lotus feet. Nammalvar surrenders at his lotus feet. Organized by SV Temple of North Carolina, during the eve of Nammalvar Tirunakshataram, we have experienced Gita which speaks about Sharanagati. We cannot have any more perfect timing for this discourse. So, performance of Sharanagati will ensure that we attain liberation. Now Arjuna tells Krishna, Natto moha smritir labdha tvat prasadat mayachyuda stitosmi gata sandehaha karishye vachanam tava. I will adhere to your words. My delusion is gone. I am clear now. Krishna, I will fight. Now, the final verse of Bhagavad Gita, 78th verse of the 18th chapter. Yatra yogeshwarah Krishnaha, yatra partho dhanudharaha, tatra shri vijayo bhutir dhruvanitir madirmama. Here Ramanuja gives beautiful explanation. Yatra yogeshwarah Krishnaha. The person who taught this Bhagavad Gita is none other than Krishna, Lord Krishna, Vasudeva Suduhu, son of Vasudeva. Ramanuja's commentary, Krishna, son of Vasudeva, taught Bhagavad Gita. Don't we know Krishna is son of Vasudeva? Why should Ramanuja mention here that Krishna is son of Vasudeva? Our Acharyas give a beautiful interpretation. One news reporter went to Lord Krishna and asked, Oh Krishna, I have a doubt in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna said, everybody has got in Bhagavad Gita, everybody has got doubts. What is your doubt? He said, in the Kurukshetra war arena, 7 Akshobhini Pandava army on one side, 11 Akshobhini Kaurava army on the other side. They are all ready to fight. But you just started instructing Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, dry philosophy for 3 hours. Till such time, what all those army people did? Nobody raised this question for the past 3 days. What were all those people doing? Krishna said, they were mesmerized by my speech and they stood still. Oh, why did they get mesmerized by your speech? He asked. Krishna said, Vasudeva Suduhu, I am the son of Vasudeva. Oh, what is the relationship between son of Vasudeva and mesmerizing all people? Krishna said, out of his humility, he is God himself. But he said, my father Vasudeva is a great orator because Vasudeva Devaki marriage just had happened. Kamsa was driving their chariot. At that time a sound Ashariri appeared in the sky. Oh fool, it called. It called generally, oh fool. Kamsa looked up, who called me? He asked. That Ashariri told him, this Devaki's 8th child will kill you. Immediately Kamsa pulled Devaki by her hair and he took out his sword, tried to chop off the head of Devaki. At that time, Vasudeva stopped Kamsa. Vasudeva spoke all these things to Kamsa. Kamsa, you don't think that by killing her you can save your life. Body will die, soul will be eternal. All these things Vasudeva taught Kamsa for almost 90 minutes. All those 90 minutes, Kamsa, just keeping that sword like this, got mesmerized, listened to the speech of Vasudeva. Krishna said, since I am the son of Vasudeva, the same oratorical skills have come to me. That's why all the army men people got mesmerized by my speech. They stood still. That's how I was able to teach Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. It means that whatever good habits we have got, we should attribute that to our parents because we possess their genes. We say diabetes only came from my father. No, all our good habits and good attributes, they have come from our father and mother. That we have to recognize. So Krishna Vasudeva Suduhu, Krishna Vasudeva's son, taught this Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Then Yatra Partho Dhanudharaha. Partha means Arjuna. Dhanudharaha means he is holding his bow, right? Gandiva. Dhanuhu means bow. But Ramanuja writes, see the Bhashyam, Tat Padatondvaika Samashraya. Arjuna has held on to the lotus feet of Krishna. Moola Shloka is Dhanudharaha, holding the bow, Gandiva. The commentary is, he is holding on to the feet of Krishna. How? Go to the first chapter. Gandivam Sramsate Hastat. Gandiva fell down from the hands of Arjuna. He had lost his willpower. Without willpower, how can he get willpower? He fell at the feet of Lord Krishna, caught hold of the feet of Krishna, following which he got willpower and also willpower. That's why Yatra Partho Dhanudharana. Tatra, wherever Krishna and Arjuna are there, whoever listened to this conversation between Krishna and Arjuna in the form of Bhagavad Gita, in their hopes, in their hearts, Tatra Shrihi, all wealth will be present. both for this world and the other. So material and spiritual wealth will be present. Shrihi, Vijayaha, they will be endowed with all success and victories. Bhutihi, all kinds of prosperity. Dhruva, firmly. Nitihi, also dharma, niti. Matir Mama, I say that. This is said by Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra. Wherever Krishna and Arjuna are there, whoever listens to this divine conversation of Bhagavad Gita, in their homes and hearts, always, Shri, wealth, Vijayaha, victory, Bhutihi, prosperity, and Nitihi, dharma, will stay forever. Let us all pray to our Lord Balaji of our SV Temple of North Carolina to bless us with all forms of spiritual and material wealth, along with prosperity, victory and dharma in our lives, so that we can catch hold of the Lord, who himself shows his lotus feet out of compassion and come out of this ocean of worldly existence. With this, I convey my heartfelt thanks once again to the temple management of SV Temple of North Carolina, the management members, their representatives, they came every day to attend the discourse, and our Lax Sri Swami. Actually, I couldn't recognize him. My Tarkapata Acharya, Kaniyapaka Swami, had told me specifically, when you go to USA, find one Swami, his name is Lakshmi Narayanan. I do not know where he is present. It is your duty to find him. But later, during casual conversation with him, I found out that he is the person shown by my Acharya. So I thank him and his family for all their hospitality throughout the 5 days. Because we will take one form of hospitality. The first day, we will get a big plantain leaf. Second day, the leaf size will come down. On the third day, we will get a plate like that. But it is not like that. On all 5 days, they took care of me very well with utmost hospitality. So for their entire family, I conveyed with that. Along with this, he brought me from Washington DC. So he drove the car all the way from Washington DC to this place. And also Mukundan Swami, he accompanied me. To whatever help he can do for me, he accompanied me. I also want to convey my individual thanks to each one of you. For each one of you to attend it. I should also want apology from many of you, because out of so much of respect and love, you invited me to your homes. Due to my commitments and my shortcomings, I was unable to come. So for each one of you, Vijay Swami, Sri Ramanathakumar Swami, everybody who all invited, I was unable to come. Please bear with me. Please forgive me. Please forgive my shortcomings. With that, I thank all of you, each one of you, for coming to this discourse and making this event a grand success. And as you told me, anyway, we are going to meet next year also. So with that happy news that we will meet next year, I will conclude this discourse on Bhagavad Gita, Srila Rama, Gita, and Bharati Rajilo, Namshala, Hastabjo, Godana, Subodh.